Hi guys, so I know I haven't been making videos very much recently. It's just really hard when I get home and there's no natural light left, and I've still been trying to get my lighting situation kind of figured out here in my room, and I'm still kind of testing things out and figuring out what works. I have these lamps on my desk and it's just this huge ordeal. But I've been holding on to this collection and I really wanted to show it to you guys. So I'm just going to try to do it with this lighting and hope for the best. So this is from the GlamourDaze collection. There are other sub-collections that are coming out as part of the holiday collections as a whole. There's so many. I honestly was completely uninterested in all of the value sets. I bought some last year, so I'm good on brushes and stuff like that, and nothing else really caught my eye. Like, not even like the face sets that come with like a blush, a lipstick, and an eyeliner. Nothing really jumped out at me as, oh my god, amazing, and I really wanted to have it. But from the GlamourDaze collection itself, I actually found a couple of things that I really very much liked. So I'm going to start off with the lipstick. I got Outrageously Fun, and this reminds me a lot of Dish It Up, but this is a lot more pigmented, and I think it's such a fun kind of pinky purple color that is just going to be something unexpected for winter, you know, because everyone's kind of expecting like the dark crimsons and the bright reds and all of that jazz, but what if you come out with a nice purpley pink, you know, like how fun is that? So I loved it. Honestly, it was the only thing lip-wise that I got from the collection. None of the lip glosses really jumped out at me. None of the lipsticks really caught my eye. So I just skipped those. And the next thing that I got was one of the fluid lines. I was a little on the fence about this. I ended up getting it. It's called a Little Black Bow. So it looks like this, and it has a little bit of like pearlescence in there. A little bit of glitter. It's not very chunky or anything. This is kind of like a smoky kind of gray color, and it does have a bit of a shimmer to it, and you can kind of see it there. There you go. That has a little bit of a shimmer right there, and that shimmer doesn't show very much when you put it on your eye unless you do a very thick line or you really darken it, so that means kind of going over it multiple times so that it shows up. So this isn't very much a statement fluid line. It's more of one of those kind of fun little fluid lines to just add a little bit of like pizzazz, but you do have to work with it. It is something that I know I will have to work with, so I was okay with that buying it. If you're a person that doesn't want to do that kind of stuff, this may not be your cup of tea. There were two other fluid lines that came with this. It was basically a lighter version of this and a kind of like pinky color. Neither of those caught my eye, so I ended up skipping those. With the collection came 3 blushes. I ended up getting one of the blushes. This one is called Small Vanity. This was actually the only blush color that really showed up well on my skin. There was a very blue-based pink that came with it. And while it was very pretty, it doesn't really go with olive skin very well. I think for anyone fair-skinned, that would be great. Not for me. However, this one I thought looked beautiful on my skin. I think it's going to be a very nice kind of warm your face up kind of winter color when you feel like you're losing color. So I think that this is a really great little blush for olive skin. It's soft, but it can be built up, and it has a hint of a shimmer to it. I would not say that it's in your face, but it is in there, and it's not even really shimmer. It's more of a sheen, and it doesn't really like, you know, transfer onto the skin when you're putting it on. So in the swatch, it doesn't show as much as it does in the pot. But it's a very pretty, natural kind of nudie pink peach kind of blush, and I feel like this is just one of those blush colors that's going to be universally flattering. So this will be just as pretty on a fair-skinned person as it will be on an olive-skinned person. But because it is kind of light, I would say past NC 40, you might have trouble seeing this on your skin. I'm NC 35, and I actually think it's very pretty and very flattering. So it'll kind of be, you know, your mileage may vary kind of a deal. There were 8 eyeshadows that came with this collection. It's a re-promote of the Extra Dimension. Yeah, the Extra Dimension eyeshadows. When they first came out, they came out in much larger pots. These come in much smaller pots, and the price is not that big of a difference. It is lower, but not very much. I feel like they should have lowered it more, but it was kind of just one of those things where you take it or you leave it, and I liked 4 of these colors enough to get them, despite the fact that I felt that the price should have been a little lower for these. So the 4 that I got is this one called Stolen Moment. I really liked this one. It was almost like satin taupe on crack is the best way to put it. It's a very, very pretty kind of, it has like a little bit of a sheen and almost like micro glitter in there. It's just a very, very pretty satin taupe kind of color, but with a little bit more of a, just something else to it, something that gives it a little bit more of a pop, which really made me like it. It was one of those things that I was like, I don't know, it's really close to satin taupe, and then I looked at it in the light, and it just has a kick, a little something else. One of the other colors that I got is a Natural Flirt. This one is not as pigmented as I would want it to be, but I think it'll make a very, very beautiful highlight color. It kind of reminds me of Tweet Me, which was one of the, okay, I think they were like Mega Metal Shadows or something. It kind of has like a sheen, and it's like peachy, almost like melon pigment, but lighter is the best way to put it, more sheer. And it's very pretty, and I think it's a very, very good highlight color. The next one is Stylishly Merry. This one I liked a lot because it looks almost like Stars and Rockets, but with a little bit more of a kick to it and less of a duochrome. So it's very purple, and it does have like a sheen, like almost like it does have a duochrome. You can see that right there. So that sheen makes it really pretty, but it's still like a purpley pink. And I think it almost looks like the lipstick too. It's a very, very beautiful color, and I think it's very nicely pigmented as well. The last color that I got was the one I was the most excited about, and it's called Round Midnight. And you can't really tell here, it just looks brown for some reason, but it's kind of like a darkened reddish brown. And when I swatched it, I just kind of was like, oh my god, because it feels like butter, and it's very nicely pigmented. And so what it ends up looking like is this very darkened, rich red brown with a little bit of a reddish sheen to it. And it's one of my favorite colors from this collection. It was the very first one that I swatched, and I was like, okay, well that's going in the yes pile. So I love these colors. And like I said, they're all really nicely pigmented except for Natural Flirt, which, like I said, is more of a highlight, so it doesn't really need to have that kind of like bam kind of like color transfer. So those are all the things that I got, and I'm actually very happy with the things that I purchased. I definitely went a little smaller than I usually do. I was very picky and choosy about things, and I really only got the things that really spoke to me, you know, and things that I knew that I would use and that I thought were great and went well with the things that I have, or that kind of filled a void that I didn't have. And so happy with this. If you guys have any questions, let me know. Put them in the comments, and I, again, will try to make videos, more videos, because I have been so slacking on that. But the good news that I did want to tell you guys before is that I got a new job. So I'm still going to be working in advertising, but I'm moving over to mobile advertising, which I'm super excited about. And so I'm going to be starting my new job on Monday, so excited. I have to like pick out my outfit and everything. Yeah, that's it. So hopefully I will have more videos for you soon. I think I might film another one after this with my October favorites. Okay, anywho, thanks, bye!